Tyler Perry has built an empire on storytelling, but now his personal life is about to steal the spotlight in a way no one expected. His longtime partner, Galila Bekele, has finally broken her silence, and what she's revealing could shake Perry's carefully crafted image to its core. The accusations, the lawsuit, the leaked texts. This isn't just another celebrity breakup. This is a deep, messy drama that's unraveling fast. And it's all happening now. Tyler Perry, the man known for his emotional transparency in films like Medea and The Family That Prays, has kept his personal life just as private as his public persona has been open. For years, his relationship with Galila Bekele seemed perfect, low-key, serene, and full of love. But now, things are starting to look different. What was once believed to be a quiet breakup between the two is being exposed as something far darker. In a lawsuit that's already making waves, actor Derek Dixon has accused Perry of sexual misconduct, manipulation, and more, allegations that threaten to bring down everything Perry has worked for. It all started with an Instagram post. Perry, who had been largely silent about his personal life, shared a post that sent shockwaves through his fan base. At 51, he declared himself single and wondering what the next chapter in my life will look like. That was it. No explanation. No mention of Galila. The breakup wasn't announced. It was implied. Officially, it was said to be an amicable split. No bad blood. But that's not what the internet saw. The sudden, quiet end to a long-term relationship raised eyebrows. The same man who built his career on tackling tough issues with emotional depth in his films was now the subject of a new mystery, his own life. People started to question the real reason behind the breakup. Was it truly amicable? Or was there something else going on behind the scenes? Perry has long dealt with rumors about his sexuality. Whispers that he was gay or closeted have followed him for years, and he's always been quick to shut them down. Any mention of his sexuality would make him furious, but rumors about his relationships, especially the one with Galila, started to circulate. And it wasn't just speculation anymore. Some began to question if his long-term relationship with Galila was strategic. Was it an image move? A way to deflect those rumors and present a family man persona? High-profile men often use relationships as shields against personal scrutiny, and Perry, as successful as he is no different. But the silence surrounding the relationship, along with Perry's refusal to address the questions, only fueled speculation. But the real twist came with the emergence of the lawsuit filed by Derek Dixon, an actor who once worked with Perry on his show, The Oval. Dixon's allegations are a bombshell. He claims that Perry used their professional relationship as a cover for something far more sinister. According to Dixon, Perry pursued him under the guise of offering career opportunities, but things soon took a turn into the inappropriate. Dixon describes late-night texts, suggestive messages, and physical contact that escalated to alarming levels. The texts, which have now gone viral, include things like, "I would fry you," and "I haven't been touched in months." And what's even more shocking, Dixon isn't the only one speaking out. As the allegations mount, the whispers about Perry's personal life are no longer just idle gossip. They're supported by evidence, text messages, sworn statements, and a timeline that's difficult to ignore. Now, let's circle back to Galila. If the allegations in the lawsuit are true, Galila's exit from Perry's life starts to look a lot less like a simple breakup and a lot more like an escape. Could she have known about Perry's secret life all along? Did she see the warning signs before anyone else? Sources close to the couple say Galila noticed things, patterns in Perry's behavior that made her uncomfortable. Late-night meetings with male staff, overly personal relationships, and a growing emotional distance. These aren't just rumors. They're details that paint a picture of a relationship that was far from perfect. And when news of the lawsuit broke, many started to ask the same question. Is this why Galila really left? After Perry's Instagram post, Galila remained completely silent. She didn't speak out in defense of Perry. She didn't clarify anything. She didn't explain why they broke up. She just disappeared. For many, her silence spoke volumes. It wasn't just that she wasn't talking, it was that she wasn't defending him. In the wake of Dixon's lawsuit, the internet now believes that Galila may have seen what was coming and decided to get out before it went public. The very thing that was once whispered about behind closed doors, Perry's alleged private life, is now being dragged into the light. And Galila's role in all of this? Well, it's far more significant than we ever realized. The lawsuit itself is detailed, laying out a timeline of events that's hard to ignore. Dixon says he met Perry at a 2019 event. Perry noticed him, asked for his number, and started hinting at future roles. Things seemed promising, until, according to Dixon, they weren't. About a year later, Perry allegedly invited Dixon to his Atlanta home. Dixon, thinking it was about mentorship or a career opportunity, went. But what followed wasn't what he expected. After a night of drinking, Dixon claims that Perry came into his guest room and touched his thighs while he was asleep. Dixon immediately shut it down, but things didn't stop there. Dixon says Perry kept reaching out, sending charged text messages that crossed professional boundaries. One of the texts allegedly read, "No straight man would be going on walks with you or cooking dinner for you unless they wanted to." And it didn't stop there. The role Perry gave Dixon on The Oval, a gay homeless character who trades sex for a place to stay, wasn't just a role, according to Dixon. It reflected exactly what Perry allegedly wanted from him in real life. Dixon claims that Perry told him he needed someone loyal, submissive, and fully dependent on him. By that point, Dixon says he felt trapped. He didn't want to lose his job, but he didn't feel safe. When Dixon tried to set boundaries, Perry didn't stop. The texts kept coming, the advances continued, and eventually, things escalated to the point where Perry allegedly asked Dixon, "Do you like it rough in bed?" and grabbed him by the throat. But even that wasn't the worst part. Dixon claims that one night in 2020, Perry came into his guest room in just his underwear, pulled his shorts down, groped him, and whispered, "Relax, just let it happen." Dixon says he quickly changed the subject and got out of the situation, but the damage had already been done. Dixon's claims didn't stop at allegations. He filed a formal complaint with the EEOC in 2024, and after quitting the show, he dropped the lawsuit. Perry's lawyers quickly dismissed the claims as a shakedown, accusing Dixon of manipulating the situation. But Perry, he stayed silent. And that silence, it speaks volumes. For many people who followed the relationship between Perry and Galila, it's hard to ignore the timing of everything. Galila's quiet exit from Perry's life now looks less like a peaceful split and more like an escape from a scandal that was brewing under the surface. But here's where things get even more complicated. There's speculation that Galila knew about Perry's behavior long before the public did. Some sources suggest that she had seen signs of his inappropriate relationships with male staff and was uncomfortable with his secretive behavior. The breaking point, some believe, may have been the texts now exposed in Dixon's case. The messages that crossed professional boundaries and the stress of maintaining a false public image may have been too much for Galila to handle. While she hasn't released a public statement, gossip blogs claim she's quietly supporting the legal process behind the scenes. She hasn't defended Perry. She hasn't tried to clean up his mess. To many, that silence speaks volumes. Since leaving Perry, Galila has distanced herself from his network. She's focusing on her own career, her activism, and her private life with her son. Maybe she left before the media storm hit because she saw it building. Or maybe she simply got tired of pretending. Either way, what was once thought to be an amicable split is now being seen as an escape from something much darker. As the lawsuit continues to make waves, social media is buzzing. Some people are rallying behind Dixon, while others are questioning the timing of the claims. Supporters of the LGBTQ+ community are asking if Perry has been struggling with his own identity. Was this a case of repressed feelings turning into something darker? Or is it just another high-profile takedown fueled by money and fame? Not everyone believes the accusations. Some say the messages sound like flirtation, not criminal behavior. One commenter even posted, "Seems like flirting and boring conversation, but people are so easily swayed, they'll believe anything." Others are firmly on Dixon's side, pointing to the patterns in Perry's behavior. There's no denying that something wasn't right, and Dixon's story seems to confirm it. What's clear now is that the internet isn't going to let this go. Whether people believe Dixon or not, the story isn't going away. Tyler Perry's silence just makes it louder. Galila's exit is now viewed not as a breakup, but as an escape. And with more details coming to light every day, this story is far from over. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because what's coming next could change everything.